Welcome back. Let's play some 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. Alright, so from our recent ladder game on 81 Dojo, I've learned that although I'm being encouraged to change my opening, I'm just not remembering the thing that I was asked to change it to, and it's better to play a shape that I'm more familiar with. I don't know whether this gold advance is something that recently became popular, despite hearing that it's always been an effective idea against the system. I don't know if it has a sudden surge in popularity, when that surge happened. I don't know. So there's a silver drop fork if I mess up badly. Against a ranging rook, aim to exchange bishops. How is it that I don't remember this proverb? I don't understand. So, as a ranging rook player, swinging rook player, I should aim to exchange rooks. A static rook player should aim to exchange bishops. Okay. Ooh, I'm already getting kicked around a bit. Is there a hole? Is there a weakness somewhere in my armor? I mean, surely there would be, but where is it? And what do I do about it? No, well, everything's risky here. Um, this looks sensible. If I'm going to be attacked and losing material, I should get something for my troubles. Some compensation somewhere. Oh, this gold is way too strong. So I'm going to have to stay on this diagonal instead of doing what I plan to do. Pawn drop. Yes, I can plug this line and cut off the silver. With all four generals put together, you'd think they'd be able to break my shape. You would think so. I would think so. So my bishop's on the wrong square. And that's it. There's nothing more to review. That's unfortunate. If I just drop the bishop back here instead of here, then this position would be fine. But as it stands, I just lose. Cool. Good to know. So yeah, part of the reason these games are more difficult this time is because it's not 3 a.m. Japan time. I suspect that has something to do with my opponents playing better moves now. So, normally I attempt to do midday because normally that works best for me. It's not to exploit any time zone differences. It's not to profit from that. It's just because that's what should work best for my schedule. However, today I have a meeting or an unexpected visitor to help with some maintenance stuff. So, or I have a visitor who I'd normally not expect, but I don't have any idea what time they're visiting. So, I'm doing the best I can. Oops, there's this fork threat.
7分。
And let's just activate my rook. The fork is still here. That's okay. I don't think my opponent's going to take this fork. Yeah, that's fine. Um, hmm? This got confusing in one respect. Wait. Alright. Let's activate this. I sacrifice a rook just so I can activate pieces. I guess I forgot that, or I didn't look too closely at the material count here. Probably should have looked a bit closer at that. Well, that's one piece. In fairness, it would have been difficult for my opponent to block all of my attacks. But it is a bit generous that they give that back immediately. Yeah, they have a fork here, but I have attacks as well. I'm expecting them to defend against silver drop, trapping the rook. Or defend the king, honestly. Not a terrible idea. I'm gonna be that greedy dude that drops all the pieces in the wrong corner just so I can get the rook. Because I don't see anything else I can do, because this actually is a decent castle. Um,
5分。
I guess they could. Oh, well. Now I'm in for it. uh, well, no, if I tried to defend this. Oh, jeez. Neither of us is calculating very well at the moment. Um, so they could do rook takes gold and bishop takes gold. This would give them many pieces, but I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting they'll move the rook. That eases my task considerably. Depending where this moves, I might get... Good morning. Yep, we're doing a morning stream because I don't know if midday I'll be available. Um, oh yes, so today's proverb was... Um, hang on. Yeah, today's proverb was to exchange bishops if you're playing static rook against swinging rook or ranging rook. Um, so this looks slow, but it should be fast enough. They might move the rook up. I don't know. Like silver drop is not enough to checkmate me by itself. Um, so I'm gonna bring this token over, this gold over, and find some way in. Also, taking the knight is tempting, but I don't need it right now. Maybe I'll need it later. I thought this would be a lot easier than it looks. Um, this is not looking so easy.
3分、
Have I not seen this before? I guess not. Well, this could be an expensive lesson. Maybe I'll learn something from it. Maybe.
2分30秒。2分、
My rook's gonna hang to some fork. Although I have all the fork squares covered, so it hanging is not such a big deal. Um, Thanks for the game. Oh, there's a skewer that picks up my rook. One down, two to go. Good luck. Alright, so this is something I've worried about countless times, but it's a-okay. But this is my first time actually playing it, so we'll see if in practice the theory works the same as it works in theory. Oh shit, I just opened this point. So there's no knowing. If the bishops had gotten exchanged, and if I lose this lance, maybe that was heavily unfavorable. Maybe. I don't know. Um, Anyway, that's not the position we're looking at the moment, so yay. So my opponent specializes apparently in wrong diagonal bishop, which I guess is what we were just looking at. So we'll see if I can come up with something to counter their strategy. If I had one more pawn, bishop drop, and so forth would be quite strong here. I guess this pawn's hanging. Um, hmm. Yep. A single pawn would have let me invade. Oh, this point is loose. That is so tempting to strike at. I guess they could defend it with a gold general. But yeah, between this pawn and this pawn, you'd think I would have a target here. But I need a pawn in hand to make something like that happen. Well, I seem... They play wrong diagonal bishop, not me. That's not my opening specialty. That said, this looks nice. What are you doing? I do not understand. We got a playlist. I don't remember this one. Wait, this blocks the bishop. So if I just dodge that, then I have a free tempo. If I take that, however, maybe I can checkmate my opponent? What a mess. Oh.
7分、
I think I have to take this. Alright, here we go. My opponent successfully stopped me from winning their rook. Or taking this file. They completely stopped me. And it only cost them an exchange. And they're going to get the exchange back. But, well, it's not so simple. I'm going to sidestep this coming gold fork. I could have done silver drop here, gold up. I didn't see a continuation. Instead, I get to attack for a turn. And then try to find a plan. Um, this looks sensible. That's the best way to deal with that. It seems like such a cop-out to play gold up, but it looks effective, so we'll play it.
?5 分
Okay. I guess we'll drop a silver way out in no man's land to chase my rook. Knight takes is threatened. Everything's threatened. If the knight moves, though, I guess that vacates a square that I could use. Yeah, that's not comfortable. Oh, hang on. I have a choice between this hitting the horse or this fork also hitting the horse. Let's take the fork for once. Um, my king leads his army into battle. He's no coward. So we've dropped a 1 gold chasing my king. There is no crystal clear, easy path here. This path requires some effort.
3分
I guess this path is easy, though. despite requiring effort. Alright, I've got a piece. Hmm.
?2 分30秒。
It's impressive how these attacks just spawn. I'm just gonna run.
?2 分。1分30秒。
I'm not confident about this one.
?1 分。
Damn. That's a strong looking attack. They overplayed. They don't have enough to finish this.
30秒。
Fuck. Wait, I missed mate? Yeah, bishop promotes. It's gotta be mate.
20秒。10秒。
Thanks, William. Two down, one to go. Good luck. Oh, I'd have to do rook takes rather than bishop takes here. On the bright side, they don't have a good way to block this diagonal, so... No, but... Okay, yeah, rook takes. There is a rook drop fork here of a sort. Um... Neither rook takes nor bishop takes works there. Okay. Yep. Well, that sucks. Pawn, silver, takes, drop. Um, I don't know. Hmm. Oh, silver 5-5. Duh. I saw that when it was too late. Um, no points for me. Did I take that even? Pawn drop, knight take. Pawn drop, gold retreats. The pawn drop, they take one of my pawns. So I'm taking this. Pawn drop cuts the line of my rook, which is bad. Um, the only thing I have left here is the possibility of flagging my opponent. Or, like, somehow I play an extremely resilient defense and then get mated anyway. Like, they have too many pieces. I can't force a breakthrough. Bishop drop here. No, the bishop doesn't escape. Mm. Yeah, this position is untenable. There's no way to hold on to it. Mhm. Which one do I take? I mean, I gotta take this one. Also, this is hanging. That's kind of funny. Um, so they could have just played horse takes pawn, ending the game more or less immediately, but instead we get to play a longer game. There is hope for a long and excruciating, I don't know, probably not a win. Um, all I have left here are desperate moves, so let's get moving. I guess they could promote right here.
7分。
If I had shame, I'll just have to ignore it. So, gosh, it'd be nice to have a knight and win the horse. Um, I take this knight. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, let's have some fun for a second. Well, 1 second's up. No,
5分、
I misread something. Let's assume somehow that this will still be okay. Bishop takes is possible. It's a bit of a tight spot. Um, let's try that. How bad can it be? I'm doing this because my knight is about to hang to a king rook or king knight fork. Fine, I'll defend the fork then. Whatever.
3分、
Always lead the attack with your heaviest piece. That way you can make the biggest mistakes. Um, Not real advice. The gold drop here seems to win. Probably everything wins, but that seems cleanest. Hmm. Alright, well, let's see it, shall we? Thanks for game. Alright, by my count, that's 3 games. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.